praying like the budget don't get cut, because I don't think nobody realizes how many families are going to be affected. And it's not just mine. It's like so many families, like children, seniors, older adults, that it's going to affect. There are some kids that only eat the pantry food.
Shannon Follins is a single mother in Columbus, Ohio. Tonight she's cooking dinner for her 3 kids. Follins once worked an overnight shift at Waffle House for $5.25 an hour. Now she's studying for a degree in social services. Like many Americans, her budget is tight.
Want some oranges? Come on, drink.
Relatives bring groceries when they can. She told Reuters there have been times when she had nothing to fill her kids' bellies but tap water.
I eat all, Mom.
But a food pantry at Broad Street Presbyterian Church helps fill the gaps.
That means a lot because it helps me get through the month. So usually at the end of the month, I'll be out of food. But if I go once a week, like you're able to, then I don't run out of food. I might not have the meal that I want to have or a meal that we will like to have. But if we got to have some macaroni, then macaroni it is. So like just having that as a as a backup is good, because I know like that we all got something to eat.
Before that food reaches Fallen's kitchen, it's collected here, the Mid-Ohio Food Collective, the state's largest food bank. Born out of church cellars and borrowed trucks nearly 50 years ago, today it helps feed more than 35,000 Ohio families, including Shannon Follins' every week. It supplies food to more than 600 pantries, soup kitchens, senior and children's feeding sites, after-school programs, and other partners. Now, staff at Mid-Ohio are racing to overcome government funding cuts, dramatically curtailing what it can take in and what it can give out. By the end of 2024, Mid-Ohio was already slammed. Pantry visits across its 20 counties hit 1.8 million last year, nearly double pre-COVID levels. The surge came from working families whose paychecks no longer stretch as far, as post-COVID inflation sent food, fuel, and housing costs sharply higher under former President Joe Biden's administration.
This is the working poor trying to make ends meet at the end of the day.
Matt Habash is the president and CEO of the Mid-Ohio Food Collective.
Cost of food has gone up. The cost of insurance has gone up. Daycare is expensive. All of those things continue to climb. And if your income is going up but not going up as fast, then you're coming to get food.
Now, in a state that Republican President Donald Trump won 3 times, the cost of his austerity push is starting to show up on pantry shelves. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, or USDA, canceled a pandemic-era program which funded about $500 million annually for food banks. USDA also froze about $500 million in funding for one of the agency's core nutrition programs that supplies food to states to pass on to food banks for free. Most of the food that Mid-Ohio distributes is donated. Donations alone, though, can't stock a steady pantry. Its current $11.1 million purchasing budget, built from federal, state, and private dollars, helps fill the gaps. The Trump-era cuts in March wiped out about 22% of Mid-Ohio's buying power for next fiscal year, which starts July 1st. Funds and food staff are now trying to replace. And more cuts could follow. In May, the Republican-controlled U.S. House of Representatives passed Trump's tax and spending bill. It called for $300 billion in cuts to SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program for low-income Americans. According to the latest state data, SNAP fed nearly 1.4 million Ohioans in January. If those cuts are signed into law, one state research group estimates Ohio annually would need to spend nearly every state-controlled dollar in its current Department of Job and Family Services budget to make up the difference. Ohio's Republican governor told Reuters that everyone is having to tighten the belt, including food banks. Those cuts have already impacted the shelves at Mid-Ohio's Norton Market, a pantry the food bank runs, built inside a former Kroger grocery store. Truckloads of eggs, meat, and milk that were set to arrive through a USDA program were canceled. USDA said in a statement, Secretary Brooke Rollins is working to ensure federal nutrition spending is efficient, effective, and aligned with the administration's budget priorities.
We really want first to reduce the stigma, people coming. We want them to feel welcome coming in. We want them to come and get fresh foods. These are people, these are Americans who need help. And at the end of the day, they're playing by all the rules. They're doing everything they can to make sure there's food on the table for their families and for themselves. And we need everybody coming together to make that work.
Fallens worries that deeper budget cuts in Washington will mean less food and fewer options in Columbus. One of her 3-year-old twins is autistic, she said, and hasn't yet found his words. Her kids love fresh fruit. Steady access to healthy food is important, she said.
So I could just imagine, like, if there was like only rice and beans at the food bank, how many kids would really starve, because how hungry would a child have to be to eat rice and beans? Like, would it be day 1, day 2, or when they have to starve for like 3 days and they're like, you know what? At this moment, I'm starving, I'll eat the beans.